From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley with today's mid-morning update. The name of this video, When the Walls Come Tumbling Down. The high of the day in the S&P came in at 1932 even early morning. The low came in at 1917.20 just now. And last, we're 1918 half. We're down 9.5 handles. Total volume, we had 700,000 minis traded in Globex. We have a total of 1.5 million minis traded. That equals a total of 800,000 traded in Globex in the first 2 hours of the day. Total big S&P volume, we've got 2.2 thousand traded in the pit. Now look, this is inevitable that it was going to come. There's just, everyone is talking the markets down. And we had a little bit of a Mr. Top Step counter trend trade this morning. And let me explain how it worked. Whenever you have 700,000 minis traded before the 8:30 open, it means that everybody already sold. And what happens is, as you get closer to the 8:30 open, the S&P starts to short cover a little bit. Part of that is because of the nearby because people can't hold those futures, and they put in buy stops. So right away, you start knocking out some buy stops. But after the open, what happens is all the selling that would generally be used up for after the 8:30 open has already been used up. So more stops go piling into the S&P, and the S&P has a tendency to chase those stops out on the upside before reversing back down. Now, the S&P settled yesterday at 1924.80, and it had a 1923.5 low. This morning's Globex low was 1910.50, and we opened at 1919 half to 1920.30, and we rallied all the way up to 32 even. So we're this whole level in between, I think 1916, 1918, 1919 is critical, 1920. And if the S&P starts breaking down through these Globex lows, we could be looking at S&P 1885 or even lower. Look, dark clouds have started to surround the S&P. We had to know this was going to come. That the party couldn't last forever. But that said, Fridays are kind of funny days, and they don't necessarily tend to be one type of directional day. And I wonder, do you think that there's going to be any buying coming in from the mutual funds on the first day of July? We've seen over 2.6 billion sold in the last 3 days. I'm kind of thinking that there could be some buying somewhere around here throughout the day. That said, I'll be here for the cash close, and I'll see you then.